Dear Clement and Charlotte, please, may you stand up. According to the teaching of the church, since you, Alice and Paul, you are baptized, your marriage will be sacramental. In a sacramental marriage, God's love becomes present to the couple in their total commitment and union, going beyond just the two of them and out to their family and community. Your free, total, faithful, and fruitful love for each other reveals something about what God's love is like. Alice and Clement and Charlotte, at the beginning of the celebration, I addressed you using the holy words of the liturgy of the church. I mentioned, dear beloved, that through matrimony, your intention to enter into marriage will be strengthened by the Lord in a sacred seal. Christ abundantly blesses you, blesses the love that binds you. Through a special sacrament, He enriches and strengthens you that you may be faithful to each other and assume the responsibilities of married life. In the second reading, St. Paul teaches the Ephesians what is the meaning of the sacrament of matrimony. He uses the powerful symbol of the love of Christ for the church to describe the holy covenant of matrimony. Paraphrasing St. Paul, we can say, Charlotte, you should regard Clement as you regard the Lord, since as Christ is head of the church and saves the whole body, so is a husband the head of his wife. And as the church submits to Christ, so should wives to their husbands in everything. Clement, you should love your wife Charlotte just as Christ loved the church and sacrificed himself for her to make her holy. Let's contemplate the love of Christ for the church. It's a holy and eternal love. Because Christ loves us, He became man. He lived as a human being among us, sharing our joys and anxieties. He faced the opposition of political and religious leaders of his time, which led him to one of the horrible and shameful punishment of his time, the crucifixion on the wood of the cross. He died for us, and He resurrected from the dead so that His love for us might last forever. St. John uses a powerful expression to describe Christ's love for us, Christ's love for the church, when he said in chapter 13 of his gospel, having loved his own who were in the world, He loved them to the end. Charlotte and Clement, holy matrimony is a sacred covenant in which God's plan for you is to love each other like Jesus Christ loved the church to the end, which means until death. In a few minutes before God and the church, you will express the essence of your love for one another. Each of you will say, I take for my lawful husband or wife to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, poorer, in sickness and in health, until death do us part. These are not empty words. These are not empty words. Let them guide and inspire your matrimonial love. Charlotte and Clement, to be honest with you, there are strong challenges to the sacrament of matrimony today. But if you want your love to last, please be rooted in Jesus Christ Himself, who united you. May your family be like the holy family of Mary, Joseph, and Jesus. A family which prays and in which God is present. Never forget that Jesus said, without me, you can do nothing. As you communicate with God in prayer, remember to communicate with each other. May your family be a family in which people communicate. A family in which you listen to each other, you understand each other, you share your joys and pains. A family in which you can sit down and discern God's will for you and make it effective in your lives. Above all, be a family of forgiveness. Without forgiveness, your love will not last. Mr. Zagre and Mrs. Kabore, witnesses of this sacrament today, and you all in this church, it's your duty to help Charlotte and Clement to succeed in their marriage through your prayers and your fraternal corrections. Many marriages today do not last because the bride and the bridegroom do not know how to forgive each other. When I was at the parish of Baskure for my pastoral experience, one evening at dinner, while we were seated at the table for dinner, a man came and he violently entered the presbytery with his motorbike while shouting and pronouncing the name of the parish priest. "Where is Father Marcel? Where is Father Marcel? I want to see him." Father Marcel came out thinking that this gentleman had come to tell him about a death in a parish, but it was not the case. The gentleman continued in these words: "Father Marcel, I have come to give you back my wedding ring. 2 years ago, I am the one who said in this parish here that I wanted the ring. And today, I am the one who come back to tell you that I don't want it anymore." After pronouncing these words, he threw the ring in front of us. He fell on the ground and he began to cry. He said, "My wife will not sleep in my house tonight. As soon as I get home, she's going to pick up her things and go to her parents." What a horrible experience. Clement and Charlotte, may God give you the strength to avoid such chaos in your marriage. May God help you to love each other like Jesus Christ loved the church. May God help you to love each other till the end.